Good morning. I just wanted to do this video really quick to address a couple of questions from Kia. I've known Kia for a little bit, and she saw a series of pictures that I put up on Facebook talking about me going to work out, and I have about 35 more pounds that I want to lose. And she had some questions, so I really wanted to address her questions. But I also wanted to make sure that I shared with other people who might have the same questions. So, what did she ask? Good question. So, she wanted to know what was hardest for me. I started on working out and that kind of stuff actually at the beginning of the year. So many of you may have seen the videos I've done. I did a 40-day fast, water only. So that was the very first thing. And so the hardest thing for me was actually focusing on that and deciding that I was going to, no matter what, stick with the fast. Now, fast forward, it has been, the hardest thing has been focusing on those things that I know have to be done. And that might just be drinking water regularly. You're supposed to drink, I think it is half of your body weight in ounces. So that's a big thing. The other thing is also looking at the foods that are best for me. What I did was looked at different, I guess you could say, programs, but I started eating specific for my blood type. And there is a series of books called Eat Right for Your Type. Now, I'm not going to say everybody should do that because it may not work for everyone. It happens to work for me. So the foods that I eat are very specific for my blood type, and I just watch what I eat as far as what is good for my blood type. The other thing that is hardest for me is I am good with most foods, but when I have cravings, it's a whole nother story. So I have to start looking at the times that those cravings come up. It may just be stress. It may just be that I'm tired. And substituting those things that I would normally eat, maybe it's sweets or breads or something like that, substituting those for things that are good. Next question. So it was really not a question, it's more of a statement, and that is seeing how much you have to lose and then sort of getting discouraged. And I absolutely understand that. So what do you do? What you do is just take it week by week. Generally, you know, if you say, oh, I want to lose 65 pounds, you go, oh my gosh, 65 pounds is a lot to lose. But if you say, you know, in 2 weeks, I want to be here, and that might be, you may want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. You continually do that. Now, one of the things that I have shared with people all the time, that was shared with me, is don't weigh yourself every day. I usually weigh myself every Wednesday. Why? It's just the day that's in the middle of the week in my world, and it works fine for me. That way, you're not obsessing over what you are or are not doing. Now, other people might say you should weigh yourself every day. I don't do that because unless you're doing something that's really drastic, you may not see any change. When I was doing the water fast, I did weigh myself every couple days because you're losing very quickly. In a week, you know, in a matter of 7 days, I'd lost 15 pounds. So yeah, you're going to see a big change. But when you're just working out and eating right, you may not see a huge change. So again, I say that you should weigh yourself once a week, period. That's the best advice that I can give you. And then just take your time, relax, allow yourself, you know, those days that are stressful. Don't, you can have your cheat days, you know. There may be once a week that you say, hey, I'm going to have an ice cream cone or a Snickers bar or something like that. and allow yourself that time, because it's not about deprivation. It's actually about including something into your life and changing your lifestyle in general. I hope that helps. The last thing, she asked me about emotional eating, and I have to say I am an emotional eater. What I would say is, allow yourself those times, but substitute things. So I love mangoes, dried cranberries. What else do I have in the refrigerator? We have grapes. I often have, I like dried mangoes too. Love those things. You know, pick things that are really good for you. So you might do strawberries. I like to make smoothies. Now, you do have to be careful with smoothies because you may, be boosting way too much sugar. So sometimes I add sugar into my smoothies, but substitute those things you usually find yourself eating the most at those emotional times. Substitute that cake, that ice cream, the candy bars, even sodas. Sodas are a big thing. I don't drink sodas. I'm a big water drinker. Every once in a while I have tea, but you might want to look at changing what it is that you're drinking and eating during those emotional times. Not saying you can't eat them, or eat something different. And that should probably help a whole lot. I hope that helps you out. You know you can call me at any time. But I hope that helps Kia and anyone else who has those questions. And I will say one of the things that will help the most is really looking at your schedule and creating a schedule that's conducive to not just losing weight, but a healthy lifestyle. So that may be that you walk for 45 minutes every day, and it could just be that time where you get to breathe and relax a little bit, or that time away from the kids or whatever else it is. The other thing is looking at adding in different activities that you don't normally do. Maybe buy a bike and go ride. And there's nothing wrong with talking to your friends and seeing who might want to go on a hike or take on, I don't know, maybe doing a, couch to 5K, training yourself for running, and you'll see a lot of changes. So I hope that helps. Again, I really hope it helps, and I wish everyone the best. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to leave them for me, and I may do a video. I may just type you an answer. I don't know. But have a great day and a phenomenal week.